Hello my stitchers, I'm Dimple Anand and I welcome you to Stitching Mall. Today I'd show you how to cut and stitch a camisole or a noodle strap top or a chemise. Today we'll learn how to cut and stitch a noodle strap camisole or a chemise or a strap top and cut and stitch by a step to finish the neckline and armhole, and I'll also show you how to make a small pleat and use a small butterfly as a patch. Length is 23 inch plus half inch for stitching and 1 inch for bottom fold. So this is, we fold back and front fabric on salvage. This is, I fold it to cut front and back together. We'll place a newspaper or a paper under this fabric so that it is on the upper side, and this is to cut the armhole. Here we won't be cutting the yoke part, the top bodice part, so we need to know how much strap length we'll be needing, and for that purpose we are using this paper. So mark shoulder into 2 minus 1 inch or 1.5 inch. If you want your camisole to be tight fitted, a body hugging one, then you keep it 1.5 inch less shoulder, or you can keep it 1 inch less shoulder. Armhole length is as per your exact measurement, or chest into 4 minus 1.5 inch. Mark 1.5 inch or 2 inch on fabric and rest of armhole on paper. Suppose your chest is 32 inch and armhole length is 6.5 inch. Then you'd mark 4 inch on paper and rest of 1.5 inch on the fabric. Except the armhole, this camisole would also be cut the way you cut your kurti or your top. So chest line would also be chest into 4 plus half inch, or you can take it 1 inch if you want it a little bit loose. If your fabric is hosiery, then you don't need to even add that half inch. So extend the shoulder line down to make a square and mark your armhole. Front and back armhole would be same. And the waist length would be 14 inch. We don't need to add any stitching requirement. And total length was 23 inch plus 1.5 inch, half inch for stitching and 1 inch for bottom fold. Waist is waist into 4 plus half inch, or it could be less 1 inch. Then chest line. This camisole is above your hip, so you can keep as your tummy into 4 plus 1 inch or half inch, or same as chest line. So mark whatever markings you have made, join them. Join all the side markings. We keep half inch up from the bottom side and join it from the middle of this bottom to give it a nice round shape. We take half inch side seam allowance till the down. We take this half inch side seam allowance, but we'll be stitching on this earlier marking that we had made, and we keep 1 inch down for the bottom fold. Now we cut the outline. As I said, front and back armhole would be same. Now measure the strap length that we need to make our bias strips. We need 4 numbers of 1.5 inch bias strips. You can keep it wider, as wide as 3 inch. You can make a sun frock or a gown using this method. Even a summer frock can be made using this method. Place wrong side of bias tape on wrong side of bodies. This way, wrong side of bias tape would be facing you and right side of bias tape would be placed on the wrong side of bodies. And now we have to make a straight simple stitch. If you have short bias tape, don't worry, you can join two pieces together. I'll show you how to make a long strips using two short pieces or two small pieces. Now fold this bias tape towards right side and make a nice long stitch on it, and this way your front would be finished. This is chest line, which we finish by using bias tape, stitching towards the right side of the bodies. If your chest line strips are getting longer, you can cut them from the sides and trim them so that they set with the armhole, because after finishing with this long strip and stitching over it towards the right side, we'd be now finishing with the armholes. When we are done with the front and back, we do our armholes, and for that we keep wrong sides out. Take a piece of this bias strap, and they are both of the same size, the armhole size that we want, so they are cut to the measurement. Now we start from one corner of the armhole, and if any of your strip is less than your required length, then you can join a piece together. start stitching this bias strip from one side of the armhole. The wrong side is out, and now I start from one corner, and this is only 1.5 inch armhole which is visible, so we'll stitch only on this, and the other side of the armhole also we'll stitch on that 1.5 inch, and rest of the strip we'll fold and stitch over it towards the right side. Now fold bias strip towards right side of the dress and stitch over it. This stitch would be 1 centimeter away from the edges. 1 foot of pressure foot would be out of the fabric, and 1 would be on our like folded side. So this way we'll be stitching on the corners. Once we have done the strap, we'll stitch the sides. It would be a long stitch till the bottom. Repeat the same process with this side also. The same back side of this bodice strip, starting from the corner, starting stitching with the other side of the armhole, and then folding and stitching from the right side, and making a nice beautiful strap. So this is this repeat function that we do, and just in a quick recap, I just show you how to do it so that you don't miss it. And then we'll be stitching the sides, and this camisole would be almost ready. I show you one more small technique to make it more beautiful and ready-made looking like. So mark 1 inch from the middle, half inch on each side, and fold it from inside and make half inch long stitch on this mark. Make a like multiple stitches on it so that it doesn't loose later on, it doesn't come out. We spread this fold in such a way that it looks like a box pleat, and then over this box pleat we can stitch some small patch or button or something, some decorative thing to make it look more beautiful. So this is how it look like a small pleat. If you want, you can keep it more if you have taken more fabric towards the sides. So this is how you can beautify it. You can use lace or some embroidery thing or frills at the bottom of this dress also. Besides, if you want a long gown or a nightgown or a summer frock, summer dress, you can make that kind of a dress using the same method how you use your other top cutting or stitching method. I'm sure you loved making this camisole with me, so do share, subscribe if you didn't subscribe yet, comment and like, and keep watching. Goodbye.